UFC 158 coming up this Saturday night, and we are going to get to see a fight that initially, when this card was announced, we were not seeing this fight. Carlos Condit will step into the cage against Johnny Hendricks. A very, very exciting fight on paper, Carlos. You were kind of had your sights set here on Rory McDonald, and personally, I've got to say, the two of you were really getting my interest going for this fight, but not a bad substitute here in Johnny Hendricks, and a tough fight for you nonetheless.
Yeah, absolutely. I was a little bit bummed out to hear that Rory McDonald got injured, wasn't going to be able to fight. But you know, the fight with Johnny Hendricks is definitely a great substitute. You know, puts me right back in title contention. You know, if I come out with the win, and you know, it'll be an exciting fight for the fans for sure.
When you heard the news about Rory McDonald, I mean, was it something that you know, you just quickly focus on to Johnny Hendricks? Was there a bit of you that was kind of bummed because you guys had really been kind of amping up a lot of interest for this fight? Rory was, you know, doing some very intriguing interviews, I thought.
Yeah, I was definitely bummed out, and then we didn't have a solid opponent for about 3 days. You know, it wasn't announced that he was hurt while they were trying to find you know, somebody to replace him. So I think I found out on a Saturday afternoon, and then we didn't get an opponent until about Monday evening. So yeah, it was, you know, it was a little bit shaky, and I was like I said, disappointed. But you know, when we found out we were fighting Johnny Hendricks, you know, it made me smile.
This is the scene, of course, of a UFC 154 back in November. Now looking back in hindsight, just not even so much the fight, but just all of the media, all of the press going up to that. What was that experience like for you that you see Nick Diaz going through? Do you kind of enjoy the fact that, you know, for this fight, you know, not all of the spotlight is going to be on yourself here, and it's someone else in that kind of top spot where it can be tough for a lot of guys fight week?
Yeah, you know what? I think it comes with it. I'd rather be fighting for the title and doing all the media than not fighting and not doing the media. But you know, it's just part of promoting the fight. You know, we got to sell it, and you know, I don't mind it too much, honestly.
As someone yourself that's looking to get back into that position to challenge for the title, what did you think when Nick Diaz got this title opportunity? Is there a side of you that understands the business reason behind this fight?
Yeah, absolutely. It's an intriguing matchup. Fans want to see this fight. You know, there's some bad blood between George and Nick. There's just a lot of interest. You know, it's an intriguing matchup. Their styles are, you know, you don't know exactly what's going to happen. You know, I'm looking forward to seeing who wins, and you know, hopefully they'll be my next opponent.
Do you think that there is you know, one guy winning gives you a clearer path to a rematch? If it's Nick Diaz, I mean, that was a fight that a lot of people debated coming out of. Do you feel that would clear your way a bit more should you defeat Johnny on Saturday? Yeah,
I think that's kind of a no-brainer. You know, if I win on Saturday, Nick wins on Saturday, then I definitely see that match being made. George comes out on top. I may or may not get an immediate rematch.
How many times have you gone back and watched that head kick you connected with George? Is that one that you've gone back and watched, or are you someone that when a fight's over, you don't like to go back and watch?
I've watched the fight one time when I got home, and that's it. I haven't watched it since.
All right. Well, I'm very much looking forward to this fight. It's coming up Saturday night. Carlos Condit, Johnny Hendricks, UFC 158, 10 p.m. Eastern.